Hi, everyone. How are you? I hope you're joining us live or recorded. Either way is good. I'm Denyse with Artist at Heart. I was going to paint outside today, started setting up. It's a little windy and it's still chilly. So it is the last day of September. Oh my goodness, I can't even believe it. September 30th. You guys, tomorrow is October. Wow. And if you're recording, I don't know what day it is. But if you're watching it recorded. So today, you guys, I was going to set up outside. I want to show you a banner real quick before I get started. So plein air painting is when you paint outside in nature. You use natural lighting and you painting your environment. So today I really wanted to, and it's a French word, so it's a French expression, plein air. And I love painting outdoors. It's one of my favorite things to do. It's really windy here, and I don't recommend painting outside when it's really windy because things go everywhere. I have had so many times my easel go flying, my canvas go flying, my paint go flying. I did a summer camp and oh my gosh, everything went everywhere with this gust of wind. So as much as I love doing it, and I'm so inspired by the colors of nature and being in nature, today just didn't happen to work. I thought it would be super cool to be outdoors and have the autumn leaves in the background, but it just didn't happen. So I'm going to start with my sloppy copy. I just taped some computer paper together to make it a little bit bigger so you guys could see it on the screen. But any kind of scrap paper is good. Use a pencil. After I'm done practicing my sloppy copy, I'm going to do my good one. I'm going to use Sharpie marker. I hope you guys can see it okay. So, all right, you ready to go? So I just want you to know about a third of the paper is going to be like the bottom half, okay? And about 2/3 is the upper half where you have the bridge and the trees. And this is definitely inspired by Monet's bridge. Beautiful leaves, a lot of impressionist style dots. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is think about a third of your artwork, like a third of it, and have it in landscape mode. That means horizontal, landscape, horizontal versus vertical. You want to do it vertical, go ahead. It's just going to change, the look of the paper. So I'm going to just start sketching out a horizontal line. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's the land. You can go all the way across. Okay, so there's my horizontal, just a sketch. I did it real lightly. And then I'm going to do like a half, not even a half circle, like a quarter of a circle for the arch of the bridge. It could almost look like a sunset. If you want to trace a plate or, something to get a clean arch, go ahead. But again, right now it looks like a sunset. It could be a sunset painting. And I just did that horizontal line really light because my land line is just above it and it's kind of wavy. So the land line, and again, you guys remember that it's about the third of the bottom of the paper. I'm going to go off the edge, but not all the way to the bottom. And I'm going to also create this line that comes up, and that's going to be the edge of the water line where the water meets the land. And again, mine comes almost off the bottom, but not quite, but yours can go off the bottom if you wanted to. Okay, let's go back to our bridge now. So again, we have this arch, and if you want to trace another arch for the upper part, you can. Oop. Like a double rainbow almost. We had a double rainbow here yesterday. It was very cool. Then I'm going to do my railing. So I'm going to do a vertical line and back down. Vertical line. So that's like the handrail on both sides. And then the posts. And you can make them just end at the top, or you can make them go off the edge. And it doesn't matter how many you have. If you want to use a ruler to get a clean line, go ahead. I'm not, of course. Again, it's just kind of helping you with the spacing. And if you just want to sketch out where the reflection on the water would be, you could just kind of put an opposite light reflection below your bridge. And you could have as many trees as you want to. They can go all the way across the background if you want. Mine has a slight gap in between. So I'll just start on the side closest to me. So it's going to go off the edge, and just, I'm using like an organic wavy line. And then I'm going to do a vertical line that splits into like a Y. And that Y are the branches, you know, the trunk of the tree and the branches as they split, Y's, W's, V's. So again, this line coming up, and this is my next tree. See how they kind of look like letters? They kind of look like Y's and W's. Just again, a real kind of organic, natural line, and see how they overlap each other. Hey, Bella. Hi, Amelia. Hi, Lola. So you guys, when I create a banner, I don't see the comments. So I forgot to click back over to comments. So now I'm back over to comments. Yay. So, all right. And hey, Reagan. So I'm glad you guys are joining us live. Yay. This is a really pretty painting. All right, so let's just do another tree. And notice I'm not even doing it in any particular order. Sometimes I do the trunk first, and sometimes I do the leaves first. So there's 3. Let's do another one right here. Let's start on the edge over here. And again, you can have way more branches than I have. And I'm not even connecting all of my leaf lines because they kind of blur together when you're going to paint them in. And I have them at different heights. So again, that's my sloppy copy. That's my rough. And yours can look totally different. You can have, I think I have 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trees. And then you can even put, you know, a few little branches down below here, just of tree trunks that just aren't really going anywhere. So, you know, they're just kind of disappearing into the background. So the leaves are just there because you have, you know, you'll have more, but you can always add more later. Oh, of course, I forgot to shut my sound off. Sorry about that. I hope you guys are having a great day. Can you believe tomorrow's October? Unbelievable. All right, so, and then let's do the good thing. So here's again, that's my sloppy copy. That's my practice. Now I'm going to do it on canvas. So I like to use 16 by 20 canvas. A real popular size is the 11 by 14. And a lot of people use those canvas pads. I bet you guys are using those. So those are just canvas that is like in a sketchbook. So they're really thin. They don't have the thickness to it like this. And those are awesome when you're doing a bunch of paintings, and then that way it doesn't take up too much room. And I love to interchange my artwork in my house. So I took down all my beach stuff and my seashells, and now I'm putting up all the autumn artwork and my little autumn knickknacks, right? All my little guys that I have around the house. So I like to change it a lot. And even in the summertime, when I have summer artwork up, sometimes I swap rooms and I just kind of interchange the artwork from room to room just to give it a new look. That's all. It's kind of fun. So, all right, now I'm going to do it on my canvas. And again, my format is landscape or horizontal. You want to do it different, that's fine. So let's just sketch out a horizontal line. Just so you have an idea, about a third of the, we're not going to measure, but about a third of the canvas, okay? I'll move it over when I get over to that edge. Let's just make sure you guys can. I don't know. I set up so many times and it's just like every time I set up, then I'm still kind of fidgeting around. All right, let's scoot this guy over just a little bit. All right, now we got more room. Okay, so let's go back to the bridge, right? And again, if you have a plate or something, you can sketch out that, think of it like a sunset. So this arch, okay. And then you could do the double arch. And you can do the handrails. And then the vertical little posts. And whether you make them solid or not, it's up to you. And again, I love Monet. You can change. Monet used a lot of light purples and lavenders. So you can change the colors. You can use whatever colors you want. So there's our little bridge, right? And if you want to just sketch out the reflection, so it's opposite of it in the water. And again, my water is going to go off the side, and it's just this organic wavy line that goes over there. So that's where the land and the water meet. So from the side, I'm going to come up. It's a diagonal, organic, wavy line. I'll start on this side with my tree. Okay, so again, think organic, natural, not geometric and perfect. You know, I'm just using a vertical line up and it splits over, so it kind of looks like a Y. And then I'm just going to do these wavy line for the leaves. Vertical. And my little branches. And then the leaves overlap each other, so it overlaps the other tree. And again, it doesn't matter if I do my branch first or my leaves. Whatever you want. I'll put another one over here. There, the height's staggered. That means they're different. Let's see, let's put one. So I'll leave a little gap in between. But again, if you don't want to leave a gap, if you want to fill it up, put another tree there. It's okay. And then the tree would go behind the bridge. So it's giving it depth and perspective, right? It's going in the distance. So let's do a tree here. And this tree overlaps it. Give it a branch. Maybe, again, just kind of scatter some branches. Oh, let me move that over. And you know what else I'm thinking, you guys? I'm thinking about incorporating other mediums. So instead of doing always canvas or paper, I was thinking of doing, last year at this time, so I was painting bottles, glasses, and wood. It just involves more supplies, but I'm thinking, you know, I could always teach it and give you guys a supply list. You can order it on Amazon. I think I showed you, hold on one sec. I'll let you catch up. I know you got to catch up. So a year ago at this time, I was doing a lot of scarecrows in public. So I would do this as an event. I did a lot of Wizard of Oz festivals, and we created this, and as well as just classes that I would do. So we could do this. It's really simple. You just need a plank of wood, and I got this wood at Michael's. So you can always order it again online. This one's pretty big, and some of them are super cool. I didn't do this, but you could do like the snowman, or you could do the scarecrow on one side and the snowman on the other side. So that's really fun too. I did not do that, but we could try that one day. And again, I would have to come up with a specific supply list, but I would say anything that you could even do it on a box. That would be fun too. But these are so cute to put out for this time of year, and you can leave them out until you're ready for your Christmas stuff. Or I would keep out my scarecrow through November after Thanksgiving, and then I would change my decorations. Okay, let's swap out the outline. So here is, there goes my easel. I swear I'm going to get another wood easel. So you guys know these are my portable ones for when I do jobs in public. And they're made just to, collapse and fold and go into my cart and set up easy. But I've been using them now at home for, you guys, over 6 months this has been going on. So they're nowhere near as durable as this wood one. So I should probably get another wood one so I don't knock it over all the time, right? But you guys are used to that. All right, so let me scooch over a little bit. All right, so I want you guys to use any colors that you have. This painting, if you want to use markers, crayons, color pencils, you can. I just think it's way more fun with paint. You can use, to get that impressionist little dot style, you can use the tip of your finger if you want to, or you can use your paintbrush, which is what I'm going to use, or you can even use little Q-tips, okay, and kind of curl the tip so it doesn't get so, you don't want it too puffy, fluffy with all the cotton, but a nice round tip. And so I'm going to just start with the background. I'm going to do the blue and give it a little bit of time to dry. So I'm going to use some, and make it, remember, you want to have contrast. So you really want the leaves to show up. So you want your blue background to be very, very light. So I would take some white and some blue, more white than blue, okay? And I'm going to tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. I'm just using a round paintbrush. See the tip of it? And that's really dark, but I'm getting a really cool texture. So I even want it to be lighter than that. Tap, 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 tap. To get a nice light blue. And when I tap like that and I'm mixing right on my canvas, I'm getting this really cool look, but I still want it lighter. So I'm going to have to add more white to it. So again, when you're adding white to a color, this is called a tint, T-I-N-T. It's a value of a color. So the value, the lightness and darkness of something, and this is the lightness of it. Now you can make it flat, like the color of the wall, just like one solid color. But I think especially in this painting, the tapping and the texture and the lights and darks, that's what makes it really interesting. So if you are using anything other than paint, you can just color it flat, or you can use different blues. Okay. You can use just color it in with a brush. Try not to get it too thick so it dries, because we want to overlap the leaves on it, just so that it looks like the leaves are in front of the sky, and then some sky would be poking through. So we want it to dry pretty quick. I mean, we want it to dry while we're here together. And again, you can make it lighter. And you can paint around your bridge, or you can paint over it. Really, we just draw it in so you have an idea of where everything goes. So I'm just going to go right over my You can paint around, it just takes longer. So this is pretty light, really, really pale blue. And I'm just going down to that horizontal line. When you see me go up like this, sometimes I just take, like I have a lot of paint there, so I just really just take it off of there and use it down here. And I'm not too worried about, the railing because I'm going to paint it in darker. So I really wet inside the line. But again, as long as it's going to be darker, you don't have to worry about it. So I feel like my blue is now starting to get one color. So I'm just going to scoop up a little bit more white and just tap, 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 tap. And I'll just scoop up some of this blue right here and bring it over here, right? So again, I want it to be thin. Tap, 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 tap. Give it some texture. You can make it billowy. Make it look like clouds. We got lots of clouds here today. Again, I wish you guys could see out my window. It's cloudy, but the leaves are beautiful. They're changing such beautiful colors. Tap, 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 tap. So I just scooped up a little bit more blue. Look at how dark that is, right? So I don't want it to be that dark. So I'm going to soften it up. Really, my paint is pretty wet in here. So I'm just going to bring some of this paint right here over to here. Thank you guys for sharing your photos. We love to see your photos, right? We love to see you and your photos. So if you guys want to share them on this private Facebook page, you can do that. You can share them under the video in the comments. You can share them on my main Facebook page, which I love to share with everybody. A lot of times I get messages on Facebook saying, we miss seeing all the pictures of the kids. So I really do try to repost what you send me on the main Facebook page so people can see what we're doing. Remember, people were following, gosh, a lot of you guys were with us since March, right? March, April, May, June, July, August, September. You guys were like 6 months into this, right? 6 months we've been doing this. A lot of you guys have been doing it with me for 6 months. So it's amazing how you've grown, how your paintings are improved. Not that they were ever not good, but just the different things that you've learned along the way and the things that I've learned along the way. I'd like to think I learned a little bit about technology. It's still an experiment, right? We're still learning. Never, never quit learning. And even if you feel like today was just not a good day, but there's something you had to learn. Maybe even if it was something never to do again, right? Oh boy, I've learned a lot of those. Never do that again, right? No matter what it is, it's still a learning experience, right? And many, many times you learn from your mistakes, whether it's art or cooking or working out or math or technology. That's mine. Well, not that I make mistakes in other things as well. Okay. And again, just get your background not too thick. Spread it out. Tap, 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 tap. Get a nice, cool looking texture. Tap, 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 tap. So that's like the impressionist style. Their impression of the lighting And they love to paint outside like Monet and Van Gogh because they love to watch the lighting change throughout the day, different times of the day. So that maybe they painted a haystack or the bridge 100 times, but at different times of the day, at different times of the year, and they watched how the lighting changed. They watched how the reflection changed. And that's really what they were trying to capture. All right. Again, I'm just trying to get it. Now, while we have that blue on our brush, we could just go right into the water. Now, my water is darker on the edges here. Oh, there goes my scarecrow. Darker here, so it's a little bit bluer there. I don't have black in it. I just have blue. Okay, so it's bluer here. All the way off the edge. And I could add some black to it later. So this is going to be bluer. And then same thing on the other side. And again, I'm still using that same brush. I haven't even washed it off. I just added blue without the white. So look, I still have some white on my brush, but I just scooped up more blue. You know, I don't like to touch the black until later, but black adds a lot of the drama because of the contrast. So people love to jump into the black early, but it tends to get into all the other colors. So I really try to stay away from it for a while. And then you're going to just do some horizontal brush strokes, right? Because the water is going to look different than the sky. So you can just go horizontal. You want to put a little bit of white in there, put a little bit of white in there. Horizontal brush strokes, same brush. Scoop up just a little bit of white. So it's getting lighter as I'm getting into the center of it. So I haven't really touched the blue, but the blue that I already did in there is wet. So I'm just blending it right into that edge. Horizontal brush strokes. And again, don't make it too thick because we're going to put some color of the reflection over it. So maybe I'm just going to leave that center part white, right? We can make it a little bit lighter. So below here, it's a little bit lighter. And I'm just going to put my reflection in again later. So it's really, really pale, horizontal brush strokes. We're going to let it dry and then we'll add our reflection of the leaves and the bridge later. And look, it's not perfect. I wet in the land a little bit, but that's okay. And if I want to make my water come out a little bit more over here, I can. Mine's definitely not balanced, but if you want yours to be more symmetrical. How's it coming? You know, I liked what we did last week. Maybe we're going to do it again. Let me just check to make sure. So I'm going to give you guys the link. Let's see if I can do this again. Give me a second. Maybe I have to. I'm going to give you guys the link early. And then, excuse me. Hi, I just saw it. You guys don't need to know the technical part of this, but when I go live in a Facebook group with StreamYard, you know that it doesn't let you comment automatically. So I have to comment by leaving StreamYard and going into my Facebook account. But yeah, I'm not supposed to leave my Facebook account open because it causes glitches in StreamYard. All right, but you guys got the link, yay. So if you want to come on early, like last time we did this, I let you guys come up early so you could show me where you were at. You don't have to, but now you guys have the link, okay? You could be farther than me. You don't have to be as far as me at all. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of green, and you can use any brush that you have. You can make green with blue and yellow, okay? And this part down here, so this is the land here, and I'm just going to go right over that horizontal line. So again, that's the background. See that right here? So that's the background. You want that to be behind, before we actually do the trees. Is that Lola over there? Hey, Lola.
Hi.
What's going on? I like your unicorn shirt.
So I'm thank you. But first I'm going to show my art.
I love it. And I love that. Are you outside painting? You're a plein air painter.
I was inside, but I wanted to show you something.
Yeah, show me.
And I have a fountain. I have like a fountain and a bridge.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Is it nice enough outside for you to paint outside?
Well, it would, but it's cold.
Oh yeah, same here. It's cold. Here it's real. I would have put a coat on and just stayed outside, but it's really windy. So that looks awesome. You can put little pumpkins on your bridge.
I did.
You could paint. You did?
Yeah. These are real.
Yeah. Those are so cute. But when you paint your artwork, you can add that, right?
Yeah.
If you want. And you can paint yours red, like your bridge. What color is your bridge? Red or orange?
Like it's brownish with orange.
You can make it to match it if you want. That's really cute.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome. I was thinking,
go get work. Yeah.
I was thinking if we can do if someone was like a swing, like a painting of a swing.
Sure, we could do that.
Like someone swinging someone swinging.
Okay. I'll look for something like that. I've done it where we have a tree, like a big tree, and then there's a swing on the tree, hanging from the tree. I have one of those in my basement. I'll dig it out and look for it.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Lola.
Bye.
Come back on later.
You're welcome. Okay. Bye.
You guys are getting so big. Oh, Lola, you look like you grew. Okay. So again, here's my greenery. So let's just kind of, again, I'm just going to kind of fill this part in green right here. So that's the background, right? And you can make it go up as high as you want to. I'll put some green on this side too. I love that cute bridge that she has. I don't have one of those. And actually, outside here looks like that, gray. but still pretty because of the autumn leaves, but it's really windy. So when I started to set up, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's no way this stuff would end up all over the place. But I love to paint outside. I love those baby pumpkins. I have a couple of baby pumpkins here. Oh, this is all fall over. I had a still life set up. So look at, I got one baby pumpkin that's white, but not as small as Lola's. And I got another one that's orange. And we don't have blue pumpkins here, but they do exist. I don't know where they're at and what part of the country, but they're definitely not in Cleveland. So, all right, there's my greenery. And if you want to put a little bit of green in your water right now while you got it on the brush, I'm just doing some real light horizontal brush strokes. Put a little green for the reflection just because I have it on my brush. Why not? Just kind of randomly put it on the water. Okay. Now, if you guys notice, this tree right here is green, right? And then I have some yellow mixed into it. And just like, here's my fake leaf. See all the different colors in just one leaf? So I'm going to start, since I have the green on my brush, I'm going to do this one green here. Okay, let's see. I got the girls here from Florida. Hey, girls.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Oh, that's so cute.
Record. And this is another one.
Do you guys have blue pumpkins in Florida?
I don't think so.
They grow somewhere. I just don't know where.
Ghost pumpkins, which are white.
I have a white pumpkin, but they didn't have blue. But I know that they exist somewhere. Let's see how you. Oh, that's great. You jumped ahead too. That looks beautiful. Love the pink. And I love the bridge.
Thank you. And we have.
Oh, that's a milk carton. That's a great idea.
The top is the stem.
And how hard was that to cut out?
I don't know. My mom cut it out.
Okay, so mom has to get involved. I love it.
And then this is one that our mom made. And then that's Emma's painting.
Oh, that looks great.
Yes.
You guys are I'm going slower for you, and you guys are ahead. You're ahead of me. But I was trying to slow down a little bit, just That's very cool.
We have a bunch of pumpkins.
I love it. I love it.
Fake ones.
That looks great. All right, keep going. Come back on later.
Okay, we will.
You guys are going to be done before me today. Hi, girls. There you go.
Hi.
Hi, Natasha and Sage. Hi, how are you?
Good. So this is my picture so far. I'm coloring with Sharpie, but I used watercolors for the water.
That's a great idea. So you're doing multimedia. That's what it's called. Yeah, that's great.
This is mine so far. I haven't gotten that far.
I love it. What are you using? Markers?
Sharpies.
Sharpies. I love it. That looks awesome. Thank you. Yeah.
Is it okay if I come back on later?
I would love it if you came back on later. Sure. I've been doing this, like stopping midway, because I feel like I go too fast sometimes. So this way I can see where you guys are at. Even though we're all kind of at different places. Yeah.
We're going to come back on once we're done.
Sounds awesome. All right, you guys. So this is working out. See, this is another thing we learn as we go. So you guys come on halfway, show me where you're at. We're all at different places, right? Some of you guys are ahead of me. Some of you guys are not. Different supplies. You can use Sharpies and watercolor paint. I love that. I love the combination. Experiment. Why not? Right? So I think it's fun to use different supplies. You guys know I love to paint. So, but I think it's really, really fun. And I love that you guys are just jumping in and doing any colors. So you don't have to copy mine. You can use any colors that you want to. All right. So I started doing the green I'm going to do the green tree since I still have that color on my brush. So here I'm going to do the green, tap, 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 tap. And again, you don't have to have that texture like I have. And you still want like some white to show through. Or if you want to make it, you know, different colors, put a little bit of yellow in it, put a little bit of white in it. Or leave some of the white from the paper showing through. If you already painted it in solid, you could go back in and add little spots of white to it. And again, I'm covering right over my branch, and I'll just paint my branch in later. I'm going to put a little bit of yellow in mine. Why not, right? Tap, 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 tap. So I'm still giving it that similar texture to the background, and I'm going to make the tip of it, the top part, more yellow. And, you know, I'll do the same thing over here on this side. So again, the tip of it is yellow, but you can do it any color. It's going to overlap right into that blue, which is still wet, but when you mix the blue and the yellow together, you're going to get a green, which I want on there anyway. And I'm going to leave a little gap of the white. And again, if you want to put some white in there, you know, like as if the sky is showing through, or you can do it blue. See, I'm going to leave just some white kind of poking through. And again, I have the green on my brush, so I might as well just do this one over here. So this one's green too. And so this is green. This green is not as yellow green as my grass. I'm making it a little bit bolder, so my grass has a little bit more white in it. Tap, 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 give it a little texture, tapping. Tap, 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 tap. You could just overlap right over the sky. Tap, 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 tap. Leave some spaces of white. Okay, now definitely don't go from green to pink. I mean, you should definitely wash off your brush because that would just make your pink like brown. So pink is white and red. Let's start with, because I wasn't sure this one, let's start with some red over here. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Now I could put a little orange in there. If you don't have orange, you can add some yellow to your red. Get a nice pretty orange. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Overlap it on the blue. Tap, 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 tap. Be careful of that green if it's wet, because you're going to get a brown color. Now, we all know that the leaves are going to turn brown, but I don't want too much brown in my painting, if at all. So I'll show you, look. See how it mixed together there? It looks cool. I mean, I bumped into the green, so I got some wet green in there, but I like it. So again, you can just turn it. No one knows your mistakes but you, right? And if you want to add, go back into it and add, you know, some white dots into your leaves, go ahead. Break up some of the solid. This one I'm going to do yellow, and then that one I'll do pink. Well, I could do pink while I have it on my brush. Just add some more white to it. Tap, 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 tap. Autumn may be my favorite season. I like snow on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. That's it. And then the snow can go away. I love autumn. I love the colors. Okay, let's do. I'm trying to make it the same as I like to paint similar to my sample, not exact. But purple's real pretty. If you love purple, put some purple leaves in there. So now I have more pink over here. Tap, 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 tap. And I, you know, won't put my branches in until later, after I get all my leaves in there. Pink. Tap, 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 tap. You could do orange. I love collecting leaves too. So if it's nice out, go out, collect some beautiful leaves. Study the leaves. Look at the veins. Look at all the different colors in the leaf. You could press the leaves in wax paper, if anyone has wax paper anymore. Once upon a time, people always used to have wax paper. I think now just if you're a baker. I mean, if you bake at home, wax paper. It's great for crafts. Do, 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 do. And again, I'm just overlapping the sky a little bit, so it gives it the illusion that the trees are in front. Of the sky. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Go back in and just put some more dots. This one looks like more dots than this one, so I'm going to just give it some more. Tap, 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 tap. That milk carton project looked pretty good, except I think I might not want to cut that milk carton. I'm not really good at doing stuff like that because I end up injuring myself. So looks like you'd need one of those knives to do that. And patience. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, 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 tap. Okay, I got one more tree. And this one here is yellow. Yellowish, yellow orange. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Overlap a little bit, cover up that line. Tap, 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 tap. Now that yellow looks pretty flat, so what can I do? I can add a little bit of white to it, which I didn't do yet. So look, tap, tap, see how much, just a little bit of white, it gives it a little texture, gives it a little dimension. Tap, 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 tap. Put a little orange in there if you want to. Put a little yellow over here. Well, I got the yellow on my brush. Right? Got some yellow on my brush. Can I have more yellow over here? I do that a lot. Like I'll bounce around the canvas. Oh, I could use more yellow here. Oh, I could use more yellow here. Bop, 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 bop. So I just kind of bounce around, putting little taps of color. So I'm layering it. And you guys, anytime you think you're done and then you want to go back to your painting, go back to it, right? Tap, 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 tap. So I always add to my artwork. Like I'll go back to it and be like, oh, I could use some purple, or, oh, this looks kind of funny. Let me work on that. And actually, as I'm looking at this, my water should be much wider than here. But if I want, since I didn't make it that wide, I could fill this in all with, you know, the leaves, the colors of the leaves. And I can make it, you know, more green here. So I can make it, so look, this one is wider here. This one's not as wide. So I'm going to actually, I'll just put the green here. Right? Put a little green on the other side. And then I could do some leaves down there. So the leaves could be, you know, on the ground here. Or I could fill it in with water. Because I think that this looks kind of weird. So maybe I'll put a little blue water in there. Let's see. I'll make it a little bit wider. Now it's a little better, huh? So then I'll just make let's just see how it looks. So the leaves would be, you know, they would match the tree above it. So maybe I put some, let's just see how it looks. Red leaves down here. Maybe a little bit over here. Some yellow. We'll see if we like it. If we don't like it, we can paint over it. I'm not sure I like it so much. But again, I'll leave it for now. So I just put it, maybe it's like a pile of leaves, right? And then over here, I put pink on the other side. So let's try some pink. So I have some pink over here. And again, you could just kind of tap it on your green, overlap your leaves. Oops. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. You could have some leaves floating in the air, like they're falling. So that one doesn't look, that looks better. And then my bridge, let's see what's going on with you guys and then I'll finish up. Let's see, Amelia's here. Hey, Amelia.
Hi. Which is on the whiteboard.
How's it going?
Good.
We learned about at our
Oh, that looks good.
this much of this all went to
Very nice.
workshop
Thanks.
all day.
Thanks for joining us. Hey, Lola.
Hi. I'm done.
Ooh, that looks cool.
Thank
And don't
you.
I like the stone wall. Oh my God, that looks really cool.
It's like a path. It's a path.
Oh, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
That looks great. It's a path. I see. So maybe towards the end of the path, make it kind of come down just a little bit more narrow. You know what I mean? So does that make sense? So it's wide, so it's not all the same width.
Mm-hmm.
So towards the end of the path, make it thinner.
Okay.
Thank you. It looks awesome.
Is it almost Halloween in your like where you live or?
October 31st is Halloween everywhere, I think, as far as I know. But I happen to love fall and Halloween, so I celebrate early. And what else do I have to do, right? So normally, if I'm doing events, so I like to, why I like to start early? So you have time to decorate, right? So I don't want to make something on October 31st and then Halloween's over on November 1st and then I have to put it away, right? So I try to make it early enough that I have time to keep it out or give to somebody as a present or, but I like to decorate early. So at least a month ahead of time, I like to, so actually what's today? Today's September. Do you know today's the last day of September? Tomorrow's October 1st, right? So you got to decorate the whole house with October stuff.
I don't have that much decoration.
Well, make stuff. You have all those cute little pumpkins, right? You have any autumn artworks that you've made, anything with fall leaves and pumpkins and the black cat, right? Anything you have, just kind of put it out.
Like I only have like a skeleton in the tomb and skeleton hands that go with the tomb. No.
Hey, but you did the you did the skeleton with me when we did it for Cinco de Mayo. What was that called? I forgot. What's that cartoon called? The Disney one?
Thank you.
You can hear my mom.
What'd she say?
You can hear my mom. She's in the
that Disney cartoon with the skeleton face?
Not that.
Coco.
Oh, yeah.
So, but you did that with me, and you had that pretty Mexican shirt on. Remember?
Mhm.
So that is all. Get that skeleton painting out and put that out too.
Okay, look what
Got
I
it? Oh, that's cool. Cool. Bring it closer so I can see. What did you make that out of?
Like I used it at these balls, like balls, and then after that I just glued, like I put paint, like not paint, like glue paint, like you dump a paint with glue and then you just paint it all around and you can decorate it and then you can put these.
Very cool.
It's a flower.
I love it. I've seen a lot of people lately actually gluing sequins and beads on pumpkins. So you can actually take pins and if like with the sequins, how it has a little hole in the middle, you take a pin and you put it through the sequins and you pin it through the pumpkin. So you could actually decorate your pumpkin with pins and sequins. So one of your little baby pumpkins, maybe you can experiment.
Yeah.
So maybe, but they're pretty cool by themselves. So, all right. Thanks, Lola.
You're welcome. Oh, I have one thing.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking if we can do Snoopy again, like if he was sleeping in his house, how he sleeps with pumpkins around.
Oh, that would be cute too.
Mm-hmm.
I could probably do a pumpkin painting every single day. I have so many pumpkin paintings. So maybe one day I can come on and do a little pumpkin, like a spontaneous thing, like last minute, because there's so many more I want to do. But I love Snoopy.
Okay.
So, thanks, Lola.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Hi,
Hey, Natasha. Let's see what's going on over there.
we're back and this is my finished one.
Oh, that looks great. I love it.
This is my finished drawing.
Oh, they look so pretty.
And I also have like at the very, I have an apple tree there.
I love an apple tree. That's a great idea.
And I just want to tell everybody that you shouldn't use Sharpie because it stinks. Like I have to plug my nose while I'm doing it.
Sharpie does. You know what markers I love? They're called Mr. Sketch. They're watercolor markers, and they have smell to them. You know what I'm talking about? So the yellow smells like lemon, and the blue smells like blueberry, and the pink smells like bubble gum. But the colors are really, really pretty. It's called Mr. Sketch watercolor markers, and they're non-toxic. I used to use the Sharpie in class with my kids, my students, and it would smell so bad. I'd have all the windows open. Stink. So yeah, I don't often color.
And I also have like an art gallery in my room. Like I have like almost the whole entire wall filled.
You have
Like,
to send us
my
a
whole
picture.
entire room.
Can you have someone stand in front of it and take a picture of the whole room with your art gallery? Send it to us. Well, what were you gonna say?
Because they're like I almost have it like on every single wall, like filling my room. I want to do it on the ceiling next.
That's awesome. You know what? Maybe you could do a video. So if it's on every wall, maybe you can like do a video of your whole room with all the artwork and send it to us so we can see it. That would be fun, okay?
And the donkey painting was hard.
I know. I agree. That was probably the most challenging one we've done. So
But I got through it in an hour.
That's awesome.
I got through it like a little more longer than you.
Do you like coming on midway through to see where everyone's at? Do you like that? Yeah. So that it helps me know how to pace myself and see how fast, sometimes I'm going too fast and you guys can't keep up. So maybe I'll keep doing that. I love that. You know what would be fun you could do? You could make a little piece of paper like in the shape of a banana and add like a little canoe and put like a little canoe in your water. But you could do it on a separate piece of paper and cut it out and glue it on. Right? That would be cute in your water. Or add some fish. So add some pumpkins. You added apples. You could put a little basket with apples in it, in the basket.
Oh, that would be cute.
That would be cute. Thank you.
Wait, did Tasha share a painting?
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, Natasha's looks awesome.
I even made a shadow in the water.
Let's see. Yeah, I love that. It gives it some dimension.
It actually looks like a shadow, like a dark shadow.
It does. It does. It looks really good. Thank you for creating with us.
Bye.
I'll see you later. Don't forget Friday. We have another one Friday.
Okay.
Friday at 7. Bye.
Bye.
Hey girls, I bet you you're done, right? Look at your art gallery. I love it. Oh, that came out great. I love your watercolors. Oh my God, the colors in the water. That's what I'm trying to say. That looks really nice.
Probably the most fairy tale picture I've ever done. Are you ready to see it?
Yes. It's so bright. I love those colors. And it's like a flock of birds.
Yeah, I have them flying south so that they can be warm for the winter.
They're leaving here and going to you. Right? So if you're in Florida, do birds fly to you or do they go farther south?
I think they do fly to us south.
So I should, tag a bird and see if it gets to you.
Yeah. And this is our complete art gallery.
That looks so great. Oh my gosh, I love it. Wow. And I love the bats, you guys. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Did you make those?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, and the little owl. Oh, that looks great, you guys. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That looks awesome. And don't forget about Friday.
Ooh, okay.
Yes, Friday.
Friday at 7 if you guys can. We're going to do another Halloween one.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you. Do you guys like coming on halfway through? Do you like that? So you can see what everyone's doing? All right, cool. We'll keep doing that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thanks, girls. Bye.
Heart.
The only issue with me coming on halfway through is I'm painting slower and you guys are all done. Okay. I'm not used to you guys being done before me. So I'm going to finish real quick. You know what I haven't done? I haven't done my bridge, but I love all the ideas that you've done. So you don't have to make your bridge. Mine's a dark blue. But you could do yours any color you want to. I love the idea of apple trees. I love the stone path. Right? I know you guys, the donkey with the sunflower basket was challenging, but what's wrong with a little challenge once in a while, right? So I think we're going to keep doing that. I think I'm going to keep having you guys come on the screen early. I love when you guys try different supplies too. And then again, just put some of those colors in your water as a reflection. Whatever colors you like. Again, if you love purple, use purple. If you love pink, use pink. So I'm just going to put some pink in my water here. Some horizontal brush strokes. Horizontal brush strokes. Tap, 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 tap. And then if you want to add the reflection of your bridge, I could just do, again, little brush strokes, horizontal little broken brush strokes. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just kind of goes off to the side. You can go back into it. If I made anything too solid, like this solid pink here, I could just go back into it with some white. Just add like almost like little water ripples, just little horizontal brush strokes of white. And be inspired by each other, you guys. Let, other people's ideas inspire you. You guys can add birds and apples and pumpkins and a path. You can add a rowboat in the water. You can have fish in the water. You can put a mermaid in the water. Why can't the mermaid be swimming in the water, right? Wait for it to dry. You can paint a mermaid over it. You can do it on construction paper. You can make a little baby mermaid on construction paper and glue her on there, right? So just think outside the box, get creative, add whatever you want to your artwork. Stay inspired. You guys, thank you for creating with me, and I will see you again soon. Enjoy the beautiful weather. Bye, you guys. Think outside the box.